There's something weighing on their heart so heavily, something they wish they could take back. One mistake that haunts their thoughts every single day. Could this be the moment they finally admit it to you? They never thought one decision could change everything between you two. But now, they secretly wish they could go back in time, undo it all, and rewrite the story of your love. Late at night, when the world is quiet, they replay that one moment over and over again, the moment they wish they could undo. Will they gather the courage to tell you? They're carrying a regret so deep that it's changed the way they look at love. If only they could undo this one mistake, would you be able to forgive them? Every smile hides the pain of that one mistake they made. If they could turn back time, they would. Can they ever make things right with you? You can see it in their eyes, a silent plea, a wish they've kept hidden for so long. They want nothing more than to undo the mistake that shattered your trust. They never meant to hurt you, but now they're living with the consequences of their actions. If they had one wish, it would be to undo that one moment that changed everything. They're haunted by the memory of a single choice, one they wish they could erase from time. Will they ever find the strength to admit their mistake to you? They've played that moment back 1,000 times in their head, each time wishing they could undo it. But is there still time to make things right between you? They thought they were doing the right thing, but now they see the mistake for what it truly was. If only they could turn back the clock and take it all back. Their heart aches every day with the weight of regret, wishing they could undo the one mistake that caused so much pain. Will they be brave enough to face you and make amends? In the quiet moments, they wish they could erase that one wrong decision. Every day since, they've longed to make things right, but will you listen? They've been hiding their regret behind a smile, but inside, they're desperate to undo that one mistake. Could an apology be enough to heal the damage? Their mind keeps circling back to that one moment, the decision that tore everything apart. If they had a second chance, they'd give anything to undo it. They never realized how much that mistake would cost them until it was too late. Now, their biggest wish is to turn back time and undo the pain they caused. They've replayed their mistake in their mind countless times, and with each replay, they wish harder for a way to undo it. But can they ever find the words to tell you? If they could, they would go back to that day, that moment, and stop themselves from making the mistake that changed everything. But is it too late to undo the damage? The pain of that one mistake lingers in their heart. They wish they could undo it with a simple word, but they know it won't be that easy. They're trapped in a maze of their own regret, and the only way out is to undo the mistake they made. But will you give them the chance to make it right? Their heart aches for the love they lost because of one wrong move. If they could, they would undo it all in a heartbeat. They can't stop thinking about that one moment when everything went wrong. If they could undo it, they would. But will you ever be able to forgive them? The regret is suffocating, like a weight they can't lift off their chest. All they wish for is to undo that one mistake, but will you give them the chance? They didn't know how much that decision would haunt them, but now it's all they think about. If only they could undo that one moment. Their heart is heavy, with the knowledge that they made a mistake. They secretly wish they could undo it and start over with you. They never realized how much their actions would hurt you, but now they wish for nothing more than to undo the mistake that tore you apart. They thought they were making the right choice, but now they see it was the biggest mistake of their life. Can they ever undo the damage they caused? The regret eats away at them day by day as they wish they could undo that one mistake. Will they ever be brave enough to tell you the truth? They wish they could go back to that moment, stop themselves from making the mistake that changed everything. But is there still hope for your love? Their biggest regret is that they didn't see the damage they were causing until it was too late. If they could undo it all, they would. Will you let them try? They never thought they'd have to live with this kind of regret, but now it's all they feel. If only they could undo the mistake that haunts them every day. They've been carrying this regret for so long, wishing they could undo that one mistake. Will they finally find the courage to tell you the truth? Every time they think of you, that one mistake haunts them. They would undo it in a heartbeat if given the chance, but now they wonder if it's too late. They wake up each morning wishing they could rewrite the past. Their heart aches with the regret of the mistake they wish they could undo. If they could, they would go back to that moment and stop themselves from making the mistake that changed everything between you two. They've been hiding their regret behind a brave face, but deep down, they wish they could undo the one decision that tore you apart. They thought time would heal the wound, but the more time passes, the more they wish they could undo that single mistake. In their heart, they know the one thing they regret most is losing you. If only they could undo the moment that pushed you away. They never imagined one choice could cause so much pain. Now they wish they could undo that mistake and take back every hurtful word. They've replayed that moment 1,000 times in their head, wishing they could undo the mistake that broke your trust forever. They wish they could go back and stop themselves from making the mistake that caused you both so much pain. Is it too late for a second chance? Their heart breaks every time they think of you, knowing that if they could undo that one mistake, things might have been different. The weight of regret is heavy on their shoulders, and they'd give anything to undo the mistake that shattered your love. They've been holding on to the hope that somehow, someway, they could undo the one mistake that changed the course of your relationship. They never thought they would be in this position, wishing they could take back the one decision that hurt you more than they ever imagined. If they had one wish, it would be to go back in time and undo the mistake that caused so much heartache between you. They're haunted by the memory of that mistake, and they wish they could undo it before it's too late to salvage what's left of your love. They've realized too late that their mistake cost them more than they ever expected. If only they could undo it, they would. In their quietest moments, they wish they could turn back time and undo the one mistake that drove you apart. They're trapped in the consequences of their actions, wishing more than anything they could undo the one mistake that changed everything. The regret is like a shadow that follows them everywhere. If only they could undo that one mistake, they believe things could be different. They see now the damage their actions caused, and all they want is to undo the mistake that hurt you so deeply. They've carried the weight of their mistake for so long, and they wish they could go back and undo it before it's too late. If they could undo one thing in their life, it would be the mistake that broke your heart. Can they ever make things right again? Every time they think of that mistake, their heart aches with regret. If only they could undo it, they believe your love could still survive. They didn't realize the impact of their mistake until they saw the pain in your eyes. Now, they wish more than anything to undo it. They would give anything to go back to that day, to that moment, and undo the mistake that caused your love to crumble. They've been haunted by their actions, and they wish they could undo the one mistake that has changed your relationship forever. Their heart is full of regret, and they wish they could undo the moment that led to the distance growing between you two. They never thought they'd have to live with the consequences of that mistake, but now they wish they could undo it and start again. Their biggest wish is to take back the one mistake that changed everything between you two. Will you give them the chance to fix it? They've been living in the shadow of their mistake, wishing they could undo it and bring back the love they lost. They thought they were protecting themselves, but now they see the truth. They were pushing you away. If only they could undo it all. They can't stop thinking about that moment, the mistake that caused everything to fall apart. If only they could undo it and turn back the clock. Their heart aches for the love they once had with you, and all they want is to undo the mistake that shattered it. They wish they could undo the moment that tore you apart, but now they wonder if it's too late to make things right. They see now that their mistake was a turning point, and they wish they could go back and undo it all to save your relationship. They never wanted to hurt you, but now they realize the depth of their mistake. If they could undo it, they would in a heartbeat. They've carried their regret in silence, but every day they wish they could undo the mistake that changed the course of your love.